want to let you guys know we are taking a test the Thursday before spring break. I moved it Thursday before spring break. We're taking a test. Hopefully you will all be here. It is March 8th. Pretty awesome day in history. I'm sure something happened. I don't know what. It'll be. I'm not a history teacher. I don't know. But before we get there, we need to learn a couple more things because we are learning all surface area and volume of all sorts of 3D solids. Today we're going to focus on just the surface area of cylinders and cones. You might be keeping track of this using your blue sheet. Green sheet. I always mix it up. Your green sheet might be useful for you to kind of keep track of making sure all those things are on there. All these formulas would be useful. Today we're looking at, again, cylinders and cones. So we'll start off with a cylinder. Cylinder is composed of something and a something. Wow, that's useful. I'm going to cross out the word A there. It's composed of two circles, and a rectangle. Okay. So here's the deal. If you've ever done this, maybe you've done this, maybe you haven't. Like a toilet paper roll, if you can picture like just the roll after you've used all the paper. Yeah, it's right there. There's like a hole on the top, there's a hole on the bottom, those are the two circles. Then if you were to like take a slit and just slit it down the side, and you could unfold it, it would look like a rectangle. Now, I would have said a paper towel thing, except paper towel things, they kind of like unravel, and it's kind of this like weird shape. So I wouldn't have said a paper towel thing. But for toilet paper rolls, if you slit it would, and then like rolled it out, it would look like a rectangle. Now it would be kind of a curvy rectangle because it would keep trying to uncurve itself. But if you were to iron it out, I don't know if you would want to iron something. I don't know. Your parents probably think you're kind of weird. What are you doing? Well, I'm just ironing the toilet paper roll. I don't actually. Yeah. So anyway, it's composed of two circles and a rectangle. That's how we find the surface area. And the measurements required to calculate the surface area of a cylinder are then going to be, well, what do you need in order to calculate the area?
Base.
For the area of a circle, sorry. Okay, so it's pi r squared. So all we really need is a radius. We'll say the radius. Okay, and then the other thing that we really need, since this length right here, as you can kind of see on your piece of paper there, it says that length of the rectangle is basically going to be 2 pi r, or the circumference of your circle. Remember, because you unrolled that thing and ironed it out. It's 2 pi r, still just using r. The only other thing that we need is basically our height. So all we really need is a radius and a height, and we can solve for the piece. Okay, so here's a nice cylinder right here. Paper towel dispenser. This is the height. Sometimes they'll give you the diameter instead. Could you work from the diameter? Yeah, what do you have to do first then? Just divide it by 2 so that your diameter is twice the radius, so your radius is just half of whatever the radius, the diameter is. Is that okay? Yep. So if you were to write the equation of this, it's the two circles and a rectangle. What would the surface area formula be? Just let's see if we can come up with this. How do you find the area of two circles? 2. And then, since there's 2 of them, how do you find the area of one circle? Pi r squared, so that'd be 2 pi r squared. Plus, now this is the weird part, our area of a rectangle, I have to sneeze.
Look at the ceiling.
Look at the ceiling.
No, let's look at it.
Oh, look at the light.
No, you don't want to shut your eyes.
Oh. Okay, I really like to sneeze though, so it hurt me. So the idea here is that this length of the base here is going to be 2 pi r. Then we'll multiply by the height. So this is actually 2 pi r squared plus 2 pi r h. It kind of sounds fun if you said it really fast, like the surface area is 2 pi r squared plus 2 pi r h. I can't see anything right now. 2 pi r squared plus 2 pi r h. 2 pi r squared plus 2 pi r h. I'll walk over here now. Okay, 2 pi r squared plus 2 pi r h. Should be how that works. Next, a cone. A cone. A cone is comprised of a blank and a blank. What? Okay, a circle. I agree with that. One circle and a cone. Here's the circle right down here.
A rectangle.
And probably a rectangle, yeah.
Triangle.
Okay, so here's the deal. It is curved like this, and what they do is they end up taking each one of these rectangles and or triangles, and they end up folding them like one goes this way, one goes this way, one goes this way, one goes this way, and they just kind of put them back and forth. They just do the long side here, the long side here, the long side here, and they just go back and forth. Because that way it forms an actual shape, because we don't know how to find the area of a fan. Oh, we have? Okay. So then the idea with this is that this would just be, instead of 2 pi r, which is your radius, since we put half of them going the opposite direction, instead of being 2 pi r, it's just pi r, half of that. And the height of this is actually, well, if you picture it being a span part of it, it's actually this slanty thing right here. What do we call that?
Slant height.
Slant, oh yeah, slant height. Which uses some sort of like a L like that. So what we have is we have a circle, which is pi r squared plus pi r L, which also kind of has a nice ring to it. Pi r squared plus pi r L. Pi r squared plus pi r L. So we have 2 pi r squared plus 2 pi r h, and we have pi r squared plus pi r L. Okay? And it's worth dancing. It's good. Okay? 2 pi r squared plus 2 pi r h and pi r squared plus pi r L. Alright, that was fun. Alright. What about it? Oh, the measurements required, was that on there?
Yes.
Okay, here we go. The measurements required to calculate the surface area are going to be the radius and the L, which is the slant height. The slope? Did you say the slope? Uh-huh. Okay, I'm moving on. Are we at the bottom now? Or we're on the back already? Oh, we're on the back. Excellent. Okay. What's the name of the shape? Oh, good job. We are given the diameter equals 14. So what does the radius equal? 7. We also know the height equals 20. Find the surface area. Remember that's 2 pi r squared plus 2 pi r h. So all we have to do is say 2 pi. Let's see, r is 7, so that's 7 squared plus 2 pi times 7 times 20.
Wait, what's in the?
Whoa.
When we wait to pass it, is that 7?
Yeah. 2 pi r squared plus 2 pi r h. Our r is 7. Our r is 7. And our h is 20. So that'd be 49 or 98 pi plus, let's see, that'd be 14280 pi. Man, that's a lot of pi. That'd be 378 pi. That'd be the exact answer, but let's get it to, I don't know, the nearest tenth. That sounds fair to me. 278 times pi.
378.
What would our units be?
Yes.
Yeah, this is an S.
Point S.
No, that's a pi.
Oh.
We're getting a point S.
You have 5.
It's context clues. Come on.
Come on.
Let's try a second one of these. This sounds like fun. Rashad, you're the man, right? You're not the man?
Let me do it.
You can do it, man. Hey, what's the formula for surface area of a cylinder? Maybe he didn't write it down.
I don't think so. 2 pi r squared plus 2 pi r h.
That's it. 2 pi r squared plus 2 pi r h. That's good. Let's identify some things. How long is the radius for a shot? 9 feet, yes. And the height?
7 feet.
7 feet. There we go. Let's substitute. That'd be 2 times pi times what?
9 squared.
9 squared. Plus
2 times 5 times r.
which is?
I mean, times 7. Times 9.
Uh-huh.
Times 7.
There it is. So we have 81 times 2 is 162 pi. Plus, let's see, that's 63 times 2 is 126 pi.
Oh God.
We add those together, we have 288 pi, which is less pi than the last problem. It's still a lot of pi. 288 pi. And we're going to run this surface area to the nearest tenth. We have 904.8. And we had to use units. It would just be feet, right? Just feet. Feet. Oh, square feet. Square feet. Because we're dealing with surface area. Area is always going to be square feet. Correct. That was
Okay,
kind of fun.
good.
Hey, look at these. Can I have what? 1,000, 2 1,000. Boom. Okay. We're talking about cones. Cones, which always makes me hungry for ice cream. My favorite ice cream. I like vanilla, and I like to add stuff to it.
I just like vanilla. Wait, actually vanilla.
I think vanilla custard with like raspberries on top. Oh, it's so good. Oh yeah, the pistachio is good. Yep, that's good. I do like custard better than ice cream. It's not as good for you at all. Custard is basically made out of lard. It's the leftover grease from I don't know what. Something. It's not good for you. They make soap out of it, like whale blubber makes soap. It's the same stuff that makes lard. Yeah. Cologne is made out of skunk spray.
Wow.
Yeah.
Chicken McNuggets made out of cat meat and dog meat.
Hey,
No,
I
it's
don't
not.
want to know.
Yeah, it is. They actually liked it.
Okay, we're back to cones now. This is what happens when I start talking about ice cream. I start talking about fats. Brett, help us out. Brett, we're dealing with a cone. What's the surface area of a cone? No, that's per cylinder. The reason I knew you were wrong is because you said 2. There's no 2 for this because there's only one circle.
Yeah. Let's go with pi r squared.
Pi r squared plus
Pi r slant.
pi r L, yes, pi r slant.
It makes it.
So what is our radius, Brett?
3.
What's our slant height?
8.
8. Good. Substitute for us. What do we have?
Pi times 3 squared plus pi times 8. Oh, wait. Yeah. Whatever you
3.
Nice job, Brett.
Oh.
3 squared is 9, so that's 9 pi plus 24 pi. It's a total of 33 pies. I could probably handle 33 pies.
But I have a question.
Yeah, and if we start talking about those like little McDonald's pies that they're always come warm in a little thing, those things are. I hate them too. This would be 103.7 units that are square. Nicole, do you have a question?
No, yeah, I got it.
I'm too late? Oh no.
What's a good thing for your dad?
Claire, help us out with the next one. What's our R? R is 5. What's our L? 10. Excellent. Substitute for us. What do we have? There it is. That's not too tough, right? 5 squared is 25 pi. This would be 50 pi. Total of 75 pi. And then when I use my pi button in my calculator and I round to the nearest tenth, 75.
It was 22.6.
235.6. What would our units be? Square centimeters. Square centimeters. Does anyone have any questions over this? Basically, you have to have the formulas. Substitute the formulas. Is that tough? No. And remember this first one, because remember it does give you the diameter first. That's how they would show the diameter. Diameter is the entire way across here. So the diameter was 14. Every so often you'll have to divide that and get 7 for your radius just to start off with. That's something useful for us to know. We still have to worry about this week. I'll talk about that. Okay. It says work backwards to find the missing measurement when the surface area is given. Okay. So for me, what shape is this to start off with? Cylinder. So that's 2 pi r squared plus 2 pi r h. Aha. I'll substitute in what I know. That's 12,500 equals 2 pi times 12.5 squared plus 2 pi times 12.5 times h. I don't know what my h is. Actually, I can put it in x. That's one I guess. Because it says that that's x. I know. I agree with you. Okay, so we're going to probably use our calculators a little bit here. 12.5 squared times 2 pi. This is somewhere around
12.5. Is that wrong?
what?
I got 2. Okay. I have to get that.
I took 2 times pi times 12.5 squared. Let's go again. Use the pi button.
So what's the square button?
And it's the button 2 below pi, next to the 7.
Yeah.
Okay, so we have 2 times pi times 12.5, which this would be 78.5398 x. Okay, how do we solve for x? Okay, so we're going to start off with our 12,000 number. We're going to subtract this number over here, right? Subtract that whole number there. Why do the numbers have to be so big? Let's see, so 12,500 minus 4777042.
It's 11518.
2523 bracket on there. Good night. Equals 78.5398 dot 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 x. So let's divide that by 78.53981634. Howser. How about if I skip it, you still do it on your own. X equals 146. The nearest tenth would be 0.7, so that's kind of weird. Hey dog.
I rounded all those numbers. I still got the same answer.
Cool.
So you know, I can write down that.
I would disagree with that. I would say that if we were to get answers in the nearest 100th place, you'd have the wrong answer. Because what did it end at? What was the last decimal you had?
146.72.
Yeah, mine's 146.654.
But you ended up with 7.
It's true. That won't always happen. If you were off by that rounded differently, like yours rounded down, mine rounded up, if we would run it differently, like yours running up, so like 0.8, we're running down to like 5. You're going completely off. There's no way I could even give you credit. You did the right work, but you're the wrong answer. Tyler Cox, you got the last one here. Okay, Tyler Cox, what's the formula for the surface area of a cone? It is on there, by the way. Pi r squared plus pi rl, that sounds good to me. Tyler, what's the r? Careful. X? No. No, not 8 either. 16. It's not 16 either, it's 4. So that's 4 right there, that's R. Okay, so we have our surface area is 368. That equals pi times r, which is 4 squared plus pi times 4 times the slant height. That's 16 pi plus 4 pi times L. What are we going to do first? We're going to subtract 16 pi. Sounds good to me. In your calculator is 368 minus 16 pi. 368 minus 16 times the pi button. Holy smokes, look at this. We have 317.7345175. Look at that. Sweet thing. Equals 4 pi L.
And then we divide by 4.
Something
4 pi? Should we divide by 4 pi?
And then we divide by 4 pi. Divide both sides by 4 pi. Divide by 4 pi. Divide by 4 pi. And L equals the nearest 10, 249.
25.
5 inches. Nope, because we're looking at the slant height, which is. What do you guys think? Is it awesome?
Too many numbers.
It's awesome. Remember that when we're doing this, guys, when we're working on this stuff, working backwards, you need to make sure that you're using all the decimals. It's kind of a pain in the butt, I know. I know. But this is a lot easier, isn't it? So this kind of makes up for it. There's cones, there's cylinders. You remember the formula? That's 2 pi r squared plus 2 pi, pi r squared plus pi r L. And for cylinders, it's 2 pi r squared plus 2 pi r h. Make sure you have those formulas and getting close to being memorized. It might not be a bad idea.